What's the deal? What's the deal? Y'all know what it is, man. Another Lone Wolf TV episode, man. I might be changing some shit up later on. Sometime next month, this month. I mean, next month or the next month after that. Shit, probably sometime or after my birthday or some shit. Since I don't get that much traction, it doesn't make sense for me to go live. I didn't peep game on that shit. I might be taking. I'm gonna take my live content probably to TikTok because I see that you can be a nobody on TikTok and motherfuckers is watching you because that's where the eyes at right now as far as upcoming content creators. So it's time for me to add perspective to what I'm doing because I'm talking to Ghost on YouTube. Like I'm basically going live on here to post later so people can watch me talk to myself live, and this shit I just ain't nobody important. That's all it is. And I'm coming to realization that I just gotta I gotta get some money behind this shit. And I've been knowing this. It's just that I'm trying to figure out how the fuck can I put money behind this shit that I really want to get into, man. Because just being in my position, being a homeless motherfucker, I gotta put myself in position of shelter. And then after that, then I can really start funding what I want to do in life. But I got a plan on how I plan to get out of this shit, man. It's so much. It's just so much you got to deal with being homeless. And I kind of asked for this life. Fuck kinda. I did ask for this life, I sat back and I never betrayed nobody or I never listen to this. I went homeless. I took pride in homelessness when I was kicked out by my mama to prove to her that nigga I can survive alone. The fact that I had to get kicked out, motherfucker put my clothes out on the street. I came home after work. I had to walk from work. Nigga walked home and my clothes was on the motherfucking street. So I'm like, what the fuck? You ain't gonna look at your mama the same after that. But I'm an asshole because of how I handle the situation or because I start calling out the fact that this ain't my mama is not a good mom. Oh shit, it's a fucking coyote. Or a sick ass dog. God damn. But yeah. Anyway, it's just all in all, that motherfucker just kind of spooked the nigga. But yeah, I'm just, it's just time to upgrade life. That's all it is, man. It's just so much that been going on as I've grown older, and it's just time to start implementing shit little by little, man. But yeah, when you come from a fucked up background with your mama, you tend to, it's a bumpy road. And the fact that I don't have that corner, I don't have that woman to lean on no more. I'm not ashamed to sit here and I ain't sitting here acting like my mama ain't a big piece of your life or your mother isn't a big piece of your life. That's a big part. When she died, I probably still have some feelings about I will still have memories about her when she was alive, but they not all it's like 80% bad, 20% good with this woman. So I don't wish death on nobody. And that's something that's going on in my family right now where motherfuckers thought I wished death on her or some shit. Nigga, I said one thing I did say was I didn't give a fuck if she died. That's not wishing death. That's saying like, you know what, the way life is going, I'm not gonna cry over you like I cried over my granny because of how you treated a nigga when you was alive. If I was out here shooting motherfuckers, I don't think it's a lot of people in this world that don't give a fuck about murderers dying. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's similar. I ain't saying she a murderer or nothing, but she murdered the relationship between me and her by just being her, being an asshole. Where do you think I get it from? Shit. Damn sure wasn't my daddy because that nigga wasn't around. So I'm just trying to become my own man. We ain't gonna walk down memory lane of harsh reality. But, you know, so let's get into it, man. I just wanted to let y'all know, to whoever tuned into this shit, this the last piece of trash quality work that I'm giving y'all, because I know motherfuckers is used to iPhone quality. I know motherfuckers really ain't. And like Tariq Nasheed said, shout out to Tariq, he said some real shit. That nigga said we gotta stop throwing shit together to give to all black people, because black people want quality too. And that's why I'm big on upgrading what the fuck I'm doing. Even if I get a better camera and hook up the or record shit and post it on I get a laptop and a camera and start whipping up better product. That's what I got to do, because that's what I'm finna start doing. I mean, I got when you living in a car, you got a damn USB cable, you got a goddamn charger. So if you really need to charge your goddamn your phone, it's a way that you can buy a socket that's like a plug and plug it into your shit. I just need to buy extra battery before I do all that, because if I'm gonna be working this motherfucker like a computer, my car gonna run out of battery one day from using all that energy. So, you know, I don't really want to do that. That's why I said I want to get into shelter, and then I can hook my shit up and have a little desk where I'm at and talk my shit in a higher quality manner. You know what I'm saying? Because right now my low quality shit is kind of discouraging me. The fact that, you know, my life situation it discourages me a lot. You know, but the only reason I come here is to kind of talk to myself, because I sit here and I think this shit, and I don't sit here. Sometimes I talk to myself out loud, but most of the time I'm just kind of in my head with the shit, listening to YouTube or something, just laid back in the whip thinking about, you know, what if I died today, or what if, you know, what if I don't take the risk that's necessary and shit. That's the type of shit I think about all day. So, you know, but thing is, maybe it's because I don't send this shit out to nobody like that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I need to do that right now. I'm finna share this shit, so it might go off a little bit. Nobody watching this shit, no way. Do my own thing. That's what I do. We're gonna tweet this out. All right. But yeah, okay, let's get to it, man. Shout out to anybody that fall up in the building. And your love and support is much appreciated. Hit that like button. See, I got dedication. I'll talk to a ghost, nigga. As long as I'm heard somehow. Anyway, let's get to it, so I can go and get this shit over with. This episode shouldn't be long at all, because it's time to whip up a new batch of creativity. In LoneWolf news, this is breaking in LoneWolf news. Let's talk about the show Swarm. Let's talk about that real quick. That show is exposing the mental health issues within people that use social media. Actually, within society that we live in today. But it's a bigger exposing of how social media can drive you to be one of the illest motherfuckers alive. That's the biggest plot I see out of this shit, is that you can be controlled. You can be controlled by living vicariously through a motherfucker that you want to be like in life. And the fact that you don't have that person's life, it makes you feel less than, so you live through them. And then anybody that talks down on them, which is what people be out here doing, motherfuckers be out here going hard for motherfuckers that don't they ain't never paid their bills. They go hard for celebrities like Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, shit like that. So, you know, motherfuckers be that show is just exposing how Women think about men, and some shit on there that was showing how men think about women. You know how it was one part on the show. I ain't trying to spoil it if y'all ain't seen it yet, but it was one part on the show when all the women was in the car and they was asking how their different opinions on men. And you know, that's where we at today. If you heard their opinions on men when what they was saying about men, that's how bitches feel like in real life. But it's not every woman, of course, but that show is a symbolization of some of the most craziest mental illnesses that's out there right now, and that people are actually experiencing. And you know, it's big. It's bigger than what the fuck people are taking the show for. You know, I found out about the show off of something very small about the show, which is Chloe Bailey getting hit from the back. Everybody was just, you know, just that's what y'all seen. That's the only thing y'all seen. And y'all want to bash that woman for having a role in the movie and her career is based on sexuality. Motherfucker finding the bitch. Chloe Bailey is a 10. And you bitches ain't. So stop talking about what the fuck she be doing. Shit, I might do a whole episode one day on Chloe Bailey, Nick. That's my new crush. Y'all niggas better shut the fuck up. Well, fuck new. I've been fucking with her since they started bashing her. When it was one time, all she did was it was like a video that went viral because she had ass. And people was talking about how now she's sexualizing her image and shit. I remember all the hate that these 7s and 6s and 4s was trying to bash her for. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when a woman is a 10, she can kind of get away with anything in the men's realm. But if a motherfucker feel entitled if a motherfucker start feeling entitled and shit, and the personality can get you trashed by any man, is all I'm saying. If you got a trash personality, you will be trashed. You will be thrown away. Don't no nigga got to put up with that because you pretty, but I'm saying pretty privilege is a thing. But back to what I'm talking about in the first place, the show Swarm, y'all should check it out. It is very deep, and it probably expose you to you. You know what I'm saying? Because the girl on the show got an eating disorder after she killed people, and I ain't never killed nobody, but I'm saying the eating disorder shit comes from her friend had died, right? And grief, I feel like I've been grieving. I feel like that show kind of exposes how grief is too, because after she killed somebody, she started eating. Like in the show, she's a real junk food eater, and that might be something that's mental. That when people start overeating and shit, because I know I'm skinny. I know my jawline about skinny than a motherfucker. My fingers, I know. Look at my wrist. I'm skinny than the bitch, but I be in this bitch. If I show y'all my trash right up in here. We in there. Man, I got nutty bars. I didn't eat Golden Chick. I didn't eat Churches, Popeyes, McDonald's. I ain't saying no vegetables, none of that shit. So I feel like, you know, sometimes we be killing ourselves mentally. Like we kill ourselves because we're mentally sick. And that's all I can speak for. I don't think I'm just super mentally sick to where I need an asylum or nothing. But I ain't, you know, in a sick society, everybody got some kind of insanity. You know? But that's what I feel like that show was about. It's exposing just mental illnesses and a whole bunch of what we're going through in today's time. That's really what it's showing. So the next topic in Lone Wolf news. The NAACP rejects cash rejections for black folks. And just breaking, this is recent breaking news. They backtracking on that because of the backlash. See, when black people stick together, my nigga, we can make motherfuckers backtrack. And I don't think we should ever go back to the old way of we was doing shit. Fuck all that. It's time to keep on calling out what we want. Especially if we get reparations, then you can count my voting ass in. Because I'm going to start taking it more serious. I don't feel like society give a fuck about us. So why the fuck with. I don't even want to vote in my own state because it don't matter. I'm sure some black faces in there that got a name that been going to these things for 10 years and ain't shit changed. And just because I go don't mean it's gonna change. That's where people be fucking me up at. Like, well, how about you get up? Maybe your vote to change something. Nigga, I'm not gonna be the only nigga in there hoping that my vote change some shit. You know how much disappointment I'm gonna have if it don't change? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So yeah, the NAACP reject cash reparations, talking about we needed an education and some other shit. And come on, man. Come on, bro. Anything that we need, we can get it with reparations. I'm tired of people talking about this shit like we did, like black people just asking for money to be lazy with it. And then they want to hold us to the 1% of motherfuckers that's gonna blow their fucking money on Jordans and shit like that. That's like man, fuck 1%. Let's be realistic. That's like 17% of black people that's probably gonna do that, bro. Because if the lower class ain't even the majority of black people, if we ain't really minorities like that, like the white man make us seem, then nigga, when we get money, they know we gonna come up. They know the people, they know the black nigga that's gonna do something with the money is gonna come up. That's what they want to prevent. So they treat us like we're gonna just buy Jordans, and that's what black people is held to. Fuck that. Fuck that. Black people ain't held to no J's and no motherfucking gold chains, my nigga. If y'all give us some motherfucking paper, if y'all give us worthy paper, nigga, let's say $1 million for each black American, and it don't stop there. We're gonna pay y'all $1 million for 5 years. Let's say that. Let's say they chop it up like that. That is gonna create that's gonna create what we missing out on as black people. Because if we was really running shit, the inventions of our ancestors, if we was running the inventions of our ancestors or had some kind of hold on the inventions of our ancestors, we would have paper. And that's what we missing as a community, which is why we got our women calling us broke. We got our women calling us ain't shit, because they see that the white power structure has not been defeated by the black brothers. So how can they respect us when it's a white power structure that's still in power that makes them bow down to the white power structure? Why do you think women want straight hair? Black women, specifically. Why y'all think they want the bundles and the shit that don't look nappy? Because at the end of the day, white supremacy run things. And if she can pull a white man, that makes probably any sister feel some kind of powerful, because they know that they are powerful. They know that the white man is running this shit. And one thing I'm tired of saying is the white man running shit. Really, it's all different races that fuck with the power structure of white supremacy. So a black man running shit too, it's an Asian up there running shit, but they all in cahoots with who? So I ain't saying the white nigga is just more superior than me. I'm just saying the nigga got more power. And we can't, I mean, shit, what I'm supposed to hate on the power? I want my power too, nigga, and y'all owe us reparations. That's where our power lies, and they don't want to pay us that. Shit. But let's keep it going, because people, this falls right into what the fuck I want to talk about, because people would love to say, oh, y'all got a victim mentality. Y'all should get up and go to work and do that, this, and that. No, reparations ain't a victim mentality. We are victims. That's not a mentality. We were victims of slavery. And we have been deprived of cash. These are facts. This is not no goddamn opinion, nigga. So y'all gonna pay what y'all owe. But this just leads me into my topic today, which is killing the victim mentality. Now, this is how you kill it within yourself. Okay, white supremacy, yes, they wronged us. We're not letting them off the hook. But let's go into number 2, part of the reason why we end up falling into their trap. And that's because we hold the entire victim mentality over our head throughout our life, even with our women, our mamas, our family, family, homeboys, all that. Some niggas have a victim mentality and they just kind of, shy away from controversy, or they shy away from adversity, and they feel like they're not worthy, or they shouldn't be going through this because they feel like they're better than the cause. So let's break it down. Victim mentality. What's the definition of that? I got you. Y'all know how I start this shit off. The belief that one is always a victim. The idea that bad things will happen to one. So basically, that's like pessimism. But pessimism is different. See, pessimism is more like you're skeptical. You always on alert. Like you expect the worst to happen in all causes, not just you, but to anyone around. Like, nigga, what if a plane crashed and hit this motherfucking building? That's thinking about everybody that's in the building. You ain't just thinking about yourself. So pessimism is kind of more of inclusion, to whereas a victim mentality is a singular thing. So, nigga, let me rephrase it to you. Let me repeat it to you. The belief that one is always a victim. One. You see what I'm saying? The idea that bad things will happen to one. So a victim mentality is this. You feel like you always a goddamn victim. And you not always no damn victim. And I want people to get up off that shit. You may feel like, man, if my mama didn't do this, I wouldn't have got molested. That's false. You would have got molested, however, because your mama probably just went to work and had to leave it with a motherfucker that she could trust at the time. And it happened. Or your cousins did it. You and your cousins was fucking around and something happened. And now you can't tell the family because that's family business. So you end up growing up and you keep it with you, and you feel like the uncle that touched you, or the the auntie that touched you or something, got a hold on you for life. So you grow up with that victim mentality, like, why this happened to me, right? Which is okay. That's trauma more than it is a victim mentality. But when it becomes victim mentality when you're over that age that you went through that shit, like you 20 years old now, or you 25 years old, and it's still triggering you, and you be like, this the way I am because a motherfucker touched me, now I don't trust men. That's a victim mentality. Because we didn't do shit to you. All men didn't do shit to you. You should just not trust that particular person. And that's what men got a problem with and women got a problem with, is having that victim mentality. That shit pops up like a spur of the moment kind of shit. Everybody does it. Everybody has that victim mentality moment, like, why me? But that shit come from Christianity. You asking why me? Because in Christianity, they teach you that if certain shit is happening to you, that means you hellbound. So if we growing up and like 80% of the world is hellbound, and you fall into that 80%, you start feeling like your life is worthless. You feel what I'm saying? Let me pull up, man. I'm finna get into it. I'm making hella sense. That's one of my goals, is to make more sense. I used to be a real all over the place talking nigga. Now it's to the point. I don't want to, prolong something that doesn't need to be prolonged. So let's get to the next thing. Why do you have a victim mentality? Let's break it down. This may be why. Dysfunctional family, hard to accept accountability, you are a master manipulator, don't want to confess to your wrongdoings. Now, let's start with dysfunctional family. You have a victim mentality, like I just said. Your uncle touched you, or your auntie touched you. And now you don't trust women like that. Now you don't trust men like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a victim mentality. That's like, no, since this happened to me, I'm a victim. Y'all ain't shit. Blase blah. However my attitude is because of that, deal with it. That's a victim mentality. So first of all, you need to look at your why. We need to look at why You have a victim mentality. That has to be, you know what I'm saying? That has to be explored to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out the why. Why are you in there? Why are you in that position? Because this happened to you, or you got bullied at school, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Dysfunctional family members are the big reason why motherfuckers have a victim mentality, because they feel like they were born into victimhood, which you may be. You might have been a victim at a point in time, but you not today. That's the point of the episode, is killing the shit. So the next thing is hard to accept accountability. Now that you're grown, you don't want to accept when you on some bullshit. Just because you got touched by a man, now your friend got a husband, and you heard them arguing, and you decided to jump in, and then the wife say, "Just chill, girl. No, I don't need your help on this one," because she's a real wife. She knows how to accept accountability within her marriage, and you sitting there with no accountability because you got touched by a motherfucker, and now you hate men, and you know, not trying to invalidate what happened to you, but that don't mean you can interfere with what your friend got going on because she dealing with a man, and you were a victim to what a man has done to you. So now you hate all men and you feel like they should all die. That's a victim mentality. So hard to accept accountability means that you ain't accountable for the fact that some women or yourself ain't always upright. Just because you a woman don't mean that you deserve not to get slapped, because you might have deserved to get slapped. And I'm one of them niggas that stand on that shit. I'm not one of them niggas that say I don't believe in hitting women. I don't believe in antagonizing women, or I don't believe in starting it with women, or walking up on Ike Turner in a bitch. No, that's not what the fuck I'm about. But if a motherfucker can cut you with words, you might want to hit them with an uppercut sometime. And I understand that emotions in a man ain't always controlled. So women got to understand that too. I'm not saying that y'all deserve to get uppercutted, but you can land yourself in that position very fast due to the mindset of men and women in these days. This shit ain't old school no more. This is new school. You can get stumped the fuck out. And if you get, as a woman, you can get stumped the fuck out. Call your daddy and he can get pulled out too. That's what mentality we own in the new era. Call your pops, because I know I'm a hoe ass nigga for doing that. The 3 women that I had altercations with, I didn't never ball my fist up and hit them, but it got to a point to where it was so much smoke where it was like, you know what? Call your pops. And some of them women probably was really sparing me. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I was just the toughest nigga in the world, but when it comes to manhood, you gotta be ready to die about losing a sense of integrity. The fact that I touched a woman in my life, the fact that I even had an altercation with women in any physical form, puts me at a lower stance of a man. So now I got to somehow, I ain't saying fighting your daddy is gonna upgrade my stance as a man, but it'll put me back in the mode of, okay, I was tripping. Now I'm fighting this man because of what I've done. You know, self-consequence. But anyway, yeah, if it's hard for you to accept accountability, you a victim. You a victim to something. You might be a victim to your damn self, a victim to your own fucking mind. But here's the next thing. You are a master manipulator. If you are a master manipulator, my nigga, you got victim mentality. Because it's like, never again. I ain't letting this motherfucker play me, never again. I ain't letting this motherfucker play me no more. Or this motherfucker shot at me, never again. I'm gonna shoot at him first. You feel what I'm saying? So you a master manipulator when it comes to relationships, where it's like, I can't let this bitch get over on me, so I'm gonna control this shit. You a victim because you feel like somebody's finna get over on you. Why you feel like that? Because of betrayal. Betrayal can make your motherfucking ass a victim too. And now you have a victim mentality. Now you want to get back at everybody. Or if somebody make you feel a certain way, you still subliminally like, I didn't like what you said that day, so bitch, I ain't finna answer your text message right now, or some shit like that. You know, small shit. Don't want to confess to your wrongdoings. That's not having accountability. I just wrote this shit down to stay on track so y'all can know what the fuck I'm talking about. Why do you have a victim mentality? Because you can't do these things, because you got these things, or you can't do these things. You have a dysfunctional family, hard to accept accountability. You are a master manipulator, don't want to confess to your wrongdoings. So you got a victim mentality that tells you that your life is perfect somehow, okay? And other motherfuckers are the reason why you have your demons, instead of you having accountability for your own demons or your own little shit that's going on. You want to blame the rest of the world continuously. So let's talk about how to kill the victim mentality. Create your own philosophy. What does that mean? Creating my own philosophy. Creating my own philosophy means basically just having your own mindset. However you feel about life. And this is the confusing part, because some people have a victim mentality about life. So they'll never kill victim mentality, because that's how they view life. That's the hard part of this shit, because I'm sitting here telling you to have your own philosophy, and some people's philosophy involves blame on everyone else but themselves. So if that's you, this particular point in killing it won't help you, because you're going to be like, well, my own philosophy is what I believe, and that's true. But you need to goddamn dissect your philosophy, and you need to find some kind of facts to stand on within your philosophy. I ain't finna tell you what to find or what's factual, but if you got enough facts to back up your philosophy, then you can create your own philosophy of life. And that's what I got. I'm about this homeless shit. I'm about a nigga that I'm about lonerism. And that's just because where my life has went. Now my philosophy is more on upgrading your mindset to where you ain't feeling like a victim. That's my philosophy, is kill the victim mentality. Hence this video. So another way to kill your victim mentality, is self-reflection. Self-reflect, man. Sit back sometime and be like, okay, goddamn, I'm out here fucking up. I'm fucking up, like me. I'm an alcoholic. Let me break it down to y'all right now. I'm not, nigga, I ain't perfect. Y'all thought I was perfect? I know y'all didn't, because I started off letting y'all know my living situation. I started this shit off letting motherfuckers know what I was going through. I ain't perfect at all. You feel me? But let's chop it up. I just had $10, right? I got like 3 notches of gas. I had 4 before I headed to Walmart. I went and bought some wine instead of putting gas in my car. And I put like $1 worth of gas. I put like $1.25 worth of gas in my car. In today's time, in Texas, gas is $3. I just put $1.25 into my tank, just so I can make it. I mean, well, I had enough to make it there and back on having 3 notches, but I just put, making it to my destination, I got down to 3 notches, and then I put gas in that bitch, and it stayed at 3 notches. But I'm sure that it held. I got like a longer time span with that 3 notches. You see what I'm saying? So I went and bought some motherfucking wine. That was $9.72. So it's safe to say that my priorities is kind of fucked up, but going through what I'm going through, I'm kind of just weaning through it. I'm like, okay, I need to find an outlet throughout the day, because I drink and smoke all motherfucking day when I get off work, and then I end up at a point in the week where I don't have shit. Like, I ain't got no money to even really drive around like that, or I ain't got no cash to go sit in the IHOP by myself and eat or nothing like that. Shit ain't working like that. I'm at a point in life where as soon as I get paid, I got business to handle, and then after I handle all the business, I got to sit in this car and be by myself. So I can be with myself, but I like to enjoy stimulation. And when I'm alone, I indulge deeper into it because of loneliness. But I don't never, I don't hit women up and try to run to women to escape from my lonerism, or my loneliness, which is why I'm a damn loner. But I'll put this name to the test to see if metaphysical shit is really real, because I question everything. See, this is a self-reflection right here. I question it all. I question if shit really, if people are saying that what you think is what you become or some shit like that. I didn't thought of myself higher than this before, and it's just that, I don't believe in just thinking shit. You got to bust a move. A thought's supposed to create action, and then the action create the result. It ain't the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always just on point with how I am as a person. Self-reflect. I got to self-reflect. Because there's places I want to be in life, but I just ain't there yet. And I know that my habits and my vices are part of the reason why I'm not there. I love weed. I'm not letting weed go, but I picked up alcohol again, and that's just because life done got harder. I was homeless at a point in time. I wasn't really drinking like that. Like my second time going homeless, when I had to sleep in my red Nissan. If y'all go back down in the archives on my videos, nigga, I was living bad, but I wasn't just drinking like that. It wasn't really. I was always more like smoking blunts, smoking whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not whatever, but I was just smoking. I was smoking blunts at that time, but I was not drinking. And now that I look back, that Nissan life, that shit was harder than this, because I can cut my heater on right now if I get cold. But in them hot days and them cold days, I used to have to sleep with the doors open. I used to have my door wide open and just be laying in that bitch and be knocked out. And I couldn't roll. I didn't have the key to that car, so I had to goddamn. I did have the key, but that car was broke. That motherfucker was on like 285 miles, nigga. So the motherfucker broke down right on time into the apartment, so I had to live right the fuck there. I was living in some apartments, and then I got harassed too many times, and then they put that orange sticker on my shit, and I had to dip. But yeah, to stay on track, self-reflect on your life, man. Self-reflect on the bad shit that you done to people. And that'll kill your victim mentality. It'll show you that you're not as perfect as you think you are, or that you want to be. And that's okay. We all flawed as humans. The next thing you can do to kill victim mentality is take action more, complain less, take more action. If something ain't going your way, go the other way. Take action and don't complain. If you want to complain quickly to yourself. Be like, this is some bullshit, man. I can do better than this. That's a complaint, but it ain't a complaint to the corporate office that don't give a fuck about you in the first place. So fuck complaining to them. Complain to yourself and then make a change. The next thing you can do, and the last thing on my list of how to kill the victim mentality, is blame yourself for everything that goes wrong and right in your life. If you can blame yourself for the wrong and the right in your life, there's no way for you to be a victim to anything, because all you're going to do is look at what the real culprit of the problem is. If you feel like you a victim, if you feel like you're to blame for anything that goes on in your life, that is the easiest way to kill it. That's called accountability. If a person said, well, Such and such killed themselves because of you. Go on and accept that. Be like, all right, that's how you feel. You ain't got to internalize it. I ain't saying believe it. Like, oh damn, well they telling the truth, so I won't be a victim. They right. We ain't playing that game. But you can, you can chalk that up to the game. Like, well, I know that I didn't cause that nigga to kill himself. So, but if that's how you feel, hold that within your life, because that's your truth as a person. If you allow people to have a truth, you'll start making them fight that victim inside themselves. Because motherfuckers that just want to point the finger all goddamn day, they ain't shit. I mean, not to say that they just lost. They just lost and not realizing that they're a part of being the victim mentally. So all in all, man, the last thing you can do to kill your victim mentality is blame yourself for the wrong and the right. That means if you failed school, blame yourself. And if you graduated school, blame yourself. Praise yourself. Because God didn't do that shit. The devil ain't the reason why you ain't succeeding. God ain't the reason why your motherfucking ass got to the level you got at. You picked yourself up and did that shit. That's what I want people to, because you can be a victim to religion too. The God y'all be believing in, them motherfuckers sound like assholes. Them motherfuckers sound like niggas who, you know what I'm saying, want you to give them all the praise for only the good, but when the bad shit happen, you better blame the devil or yourself. So why not blame yourself for when the bad and the good happen? That's where I'm at with it. Fuck all that extra shit. Fuck all that goddamn fuck all that the Lord is my savior and all that. Ain't no saviors out here, bro. Because if we had saviors, black people would be in a much better position. All this shit ain't just because we did crack in the 80s, or black people was doing crack in the 80s, or redlining and all that shit. I mean, that's the main culprit being done wrong by white supremacy. That's number one. I never say that, but I'm saying, nigga, in today's time, you can get the fuck up and you can expose that while making paper. That don't mean we free, but that's what should be getting done. We shouldn't be out in this motherfucker being victims like, well, I ain't gonna never come up because these niggas got their foot on my neck. No, we need to go ahead and get into the movement of transforming that mindset. Like, hold on, these niggas got their foot on our neck. I'm gonna need that up off you. Hold on, my nigga, get your boot off my neck. Stand up, start touching that nigga pockets. Hey, my nigga, what's up on that shit when you took my motherfucking people's shit? And I ain't letting up. I'm gonna die banging for reparations, even if I turn 60 and we still ain't got it. I want this page to be watched and let niggas know, get them reparations, fight for your people, nigga. Maybe I ain't meant to be super rich or wealthy. Maybe my goddamn purpose on life is to live this mundane ass shit. So maybe one day in the future, because these is like artifacts. Watching YouTube and these YouTube videos in the future, this shit gonna be shit niggas looking, unless YouTube just shut down completely and just ain't an app no more. These is gonna be artifacts for young niggas to go back and watch. And however you find me, if you find me, nigga, get back on that reparation shit. I'm finna talk 60 years in the future right now. Young nigga. If they still ain't gave us our shit, I'm 30 right now. If they still ain't gave us our shit and I'm dead and you watching me, keep on banging. Keep banging the drum. Tell them niggas, hey, where's my paper for the shit that you have stolen from my people? The land, the Egyptian land, the African land, whatever land you want to motherfucking name. Y'all done stole inventions, peanut butter, potatoes, goddamn wrench, goddamn doorknobs. Look this shit up, young nigga. Because I'm sure you can do it in a much more advanced way than we doing it today. If Google is still around, Google it. But nigga, look here. These is artifacts that we dropping. These is that damn like Billy Carson be talking about the ancient templates and shit. Nigga, this is gonna be ancient one day. This is a new way of writing on the wall on this internet. And I want my name to be heard. I want my face to be remembered. And talk about the fact that y'all niggas still owe if y'all ain't paid yet. But anyway, man, that's really it. I'm finna get off this shit. I'm finna brainstorm on how to create better content for my channel. Better quality. Because I know motherfuckers gonna be coming on this live because I'm moving like a goddamn sea monkey in the water. Shit. But yeah, man, chase your dreams. And don't give up, man. Die trying. That's all I can tell you. The only way you gonna feel better about waking up every day and sometimes feeling worthless and shit is just know that you might have to die trying, or you might die without reaching your goals. But while you alive, try to reach something every day, and that'll keep you from insanity. LoneWolf TV, holla at your boy.